I grew up just north of Arcola, Illinois, so Rockome Gardens was my Disney World. It was the primary vacation destination of my childhood, and it stayed an active inspiration all the way into my adult life. Rockome fueled stories and comics. I even made a movie about it, other than the one you're already watching. As I aged, Rockome stayed the same. It was the enchanted storybook land of my youth. Now with new owners, it looks to change, but hopefully keep all its original charm.
The garden was established by Arthur Martin around 1939 or late 1930s. Arthur Martin established this land as his summer home, and he employed his factory workers to build the rock formations around his gardens during the Depression so that none of them went without jobs. Arthur Martin gave the park to the Mennonite Church as a retreat center, and they used it for a period of time, and then the Yoder family purchased the park and began to build it as more of an attraction and a family atmosphere to come.
And it was owned for 48 years by the Yoder family, and officially in March of 2006, Rockome Gardens was purchased by a group of local businessmen, and their whole vision and dream for this place is to revive it and to bring back agriculture and Amish characteristics back into the park and make it a family destination centered around family values.
Probably the main focus is family, and that's why I got involved with this, was because of the things that I could see families could do here, and a family destination.
People come back to Rockome for the simple pleasure of an agricultural lifestyle. The food, the family, the farm, and with it, all the animals.
I always do have to take just a little bit of time during the day to come down and visit the animals, because if you're having a bad day, in my opinion, the animals always make me feel better. We have a variety of animals. We have a petting zoo, and in our petting zoo we feature a cow, Betsy. We have turkeys, guineas, chickens, geese. We also have several goats, which we do allow the kids to feed the goats. They can walk in there, they can stand up behind the fence if they're kind of nervous, but they can feed the goats, and the goats, of course, are happy to get fed.
Should anyone tire of the typical barnyard fare, there's always the educated hen, who performs per request, much like her predecessor, the piano-playing duck. He inspired one of my comics. Some of Rockome's newest animals don't have to try so hard to impress.
This year we added our special animals, the wild animals. We have buffalo, elk, and deer. When you're back there and you're waiting for the train to come back, you can just hear the kids and their momentum, and they're getting so excited about being able to see these wild animals.
It's not about a train ride, it's about an experience. I think what's exciting is what we can add to that. But you know, everybody does look back. I mean, you know, there's been so many people that's been here for years and years and years. I know down in the bakery there's several ladies, Amish ladies, that, gosh, they're probably in their 80s and they're still baking.
I'm 86 years old, and I've worked in this bakery for a long time, like about 18 years, and I enjoy every bit of it.
You know, I see a lot of families that will come back, grandparents that will bring their children and grandchildren back because they want them to experience what they experienced when they were younger. It's very a nostalgic area. And so they purposely will come back. They want their grandchildren to ride Jeannie or Ann so they can work the sawmill and then go get it burned over at the blacksmith shop.
Well, they get their name, or we do little pictures like this on stuff for them. On their women's grounds. They go over to the horse and where the horse drawn buzzsaw is, and they cut off, kids ride the horse for $3 and cut off a round and bring it over here, and the blacksmith prints their name on it, or they get something with a picture on it or something. And it's something they can remember. We've had several of them come through here. They've 15, 20 years ago when mom and dad brought them through here.
I still have mine on my
There's a lot of them say that they've still got theirs, and they wanted to make sure the kids got one so that they'd have one to remember what it was like back here. One of these days when I'm dead and gone, it may be worth a lot of money.
Of course, the park has more to offer than your name on a block of wood.
We started off with the real big bang was in the restaurant. We totally gutted the restaurant. The idea was we wanted to make it something very beautiful for people to come see, and also something that obviously the food was very good on this side of East Central Illinois.
The renovation of the restaurant was a starting point for evening entertainment at Rockome Gardens. Previously, they had a haunted cave for nighttime thrills. This was once my favorite part of the park. Now there's dancing, drinks, live music, and events throughout the year.
It's a really interesting event. We've got people running around all over the place looking for historic clues of Rockome Gardens, and actually I'm not sure I could pass a test, but some of these people are really interested in trying to find them. It's kind of like the Amazing Race thing. And then obviously we've got other activities going on at the same time.
Well, one of our famous events we'll be hosting in 2007, and it's Horse Farming Days, where we show people how people farm, both Amish today and in yesteryears, with just horses.
School groups that come from inner cities down here, they don't get that experience on a daily basis like people around here might. So we want to give them that experience so they actually can appreciate the farm life that's here.
And you know, people from the city, they just feel like it's such a quiet place, you know, from big places like, you know, Chicago and those places. For me, you know, I don't think about it because I'm used to it.
I think it's gorgeous. It's so quiet, it's calm, it's so family-oriented down here. And I feel like the minute you step in here, they pull you in as part of their family.
One thing that I found that people love about this park is it just lies close to their heart. They have many fond memories of looking at different rock structures with their grandparents or their parents, and it's a good time to bring back fond memories of their childhood or growing up with their family.
Now that I've stopped growing, Rockome has finally started, but its roots are planted firmly in the past. It remains a quiet, peaceful, but fun family attraction, right here in the heart of Illinois Amish country.